What is the mercy of God? The mercy of God is a core attribute of God that reflects his love, his patience, and his kindness towards humanity. It's an attribute of God's essence that reflects his love, his patience, and his kindness towards humanity. It is God's compassionate response to the sufferings and the sins and the weaknesses of humanity. God's compassionate response to the sufferings, the sins, and the weaknesses of humanity. It is God's willingness to forgive, to restore, and to withhold judgment that is deserved. And instead of that judgment, responding with help, with grace, and with salvation to them that seek him. So when we talk about God's mercy, we are dealing with a dimension of his nature. And this nature is expressed in love, patience, and kindness. This nature pushes God to respond to humanity in compassion in areas of suffering, sin, and weakness. And this nature stirs up a willingness in God to forgive, to restore, and to withhold judgment. And instead of judgment, provide help, grace, and salvation to those who seek him. When I studied about God's mercy, in my own estimation, the mercy of God is the strongest anchor in God for humanity. If there's anything you can hold on to in God that you can bank on, come what may, in my estimation, is the mercy of God. And I give you 3 reasons why. Number 1, the Bible told us in Lamentation chapter 3 verse 22 and 23, it said the reason why we are not consumed is because of God's mercy. 22 first, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed. His compassion faileth not. And then verse 23 said they are new every morning. So it's a supply in God that never runs out, even for the sinner, even for the weak. There are many dimensions of God that will stop working in your life when you fall into sin. Mercy is not one of them. Even sinners have access to mercy. That's why it's the strongest anchor in God. Not encouraging you to sin, but in mercy, there's never a too late. There's never a too far away. It is like the everlasting arms of God that reaches even to the lost. This is why salvation was sponsored on the strength of mercy. Ephesians 2 from verse 4 to 5. The Bible said, God, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us. So it was mercy that sponsored love. And then he went to verse 5 and told us that even when we were dead in sin, had quickened us together with Christ. He said, by grace you are saved. So the grace that saved stemmed from the love of God, and the love of God stemmed from the mercy of God. This is why mercy is so powerful, because it gives even the sinner a chance. In fact, when you go to James 2:13, the Bible says mercy prevails over judgment. So even in the face of judgment, mercy still has a voice. This is where God insists on humanity even when they have no merit. And so if a man will be guaranteed of God's intervention, then he must understand how the system of divine mercy works. And because of our time tonight, I will show you 5 things obtainable in mercy, and then I will show you 8 ways of provoking mercy. You need it. There are 4 prayers I pray every day of my life. Number 1, which is always the first, is Lord, have mercy on me. Number 2 is Lord, help me. Number 3 is Lord, let your will be done. Number 4 is Lord, thank you. This is one of my secrets. People who know me know that my covenant with God is the covenant of mercy. I tell you guys every day that I can that it is because of mercy I'm here. I can't find anything in my life to point to as a merit for anything happening in my life. And I'm not trying to be modest. I know my journeys. Even me disqualified myself many times. I told you guys here, at some point in my life, over 15 years ago, when my mom died, I told myself, where is this prayer? Where is the so-called faith? I broke and I went into the world purposefully to tell God that I don't care, because I don't know how to be fake, sir. My mom is one of the biggest intercessors I know in my life, praying every night for herself, her family, and everybody she's connected to. There was a point when my dad started asking, what is your problem? You wake up in the night to ease yourself, she's praying. What is that thing that never gets answered? And then she was cut off. I said, no, either this thing is not true or what we are taught is wrong. So for now, let me enjoy my life. It was in the club that I heard a voice. The wages of sin is death. I had an encounter in the club, not in the revival service. So I'm not here by merit. I'm here by mercy. God insisted on me. That's why I came here. So my covenant with God is the covenant of mercy. And I can show you different aspects of my life that if mercy didn't speak, I would have been the worst among men. But when God brought me, he refined me and turned me to an answer to a generation. This is why I don't give up on anybody. I know no matter what state you find yourself, the mercy of God can reach you. Whether it be sickness or it's sin or failure, God can bring you out. And in this service tonight, he's not only going to heal, destinies will be recovered, ordinations will be born in the name of Jesus Christ.